Peanuts, bud. How you doing? Doing well, Fly Buddy. Yeah, I think so. I think you're doing well. Hey, how y'all doing? Looks like we got some action taken on out there. Tuco getting pretty excited. Oh, so how y'all doing? I see someone's here. I can't really see who's here yet. Uh, Stream health looks good. Looks good. Wait for a few more people to get here. Busy day. Kind of messed up the stream. I was gonna. I wanted to set it for 5 p.m. Eastern time, but my YouTube it set it for 5 p.m. and it's using Central time. Like most of the time, it doesn't use Central time at all. But it is pretty good here. It's funny. This looks a little different than what I'm seeing today back here. But hope you're all having a good week. Had a pretty good week at work. Went well. Got more people here. In the hangar, I was working on the Lancaster. I added a little bit of weight to the nose. Hey Brian, how you doing? Hey Nate. I added two of the Great Plains weight squares to the nose of the Lancaster. Wild Bill, Nathaniel, how you doing, buddy? And I think that's going to make it fly better because I was kind of surprised when Stuart, hey Pat, how you doing? When Stuart went ahead and he commented on my video, and I was surprised, and he goes, Jeff, it looked like it was a little tail heavy. And that's kind of what I thought. That and the horizontal one of them was down just a little bit. I couldn't really see it. Hey Dave, how you doing? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do this maybe later on Thursday nights before Kenny, but not all that often. I don't know. I don't really have that much to say yet, but I'm having fun with the OpenTX. I've got the receivers here, and after this live stream here, the receiver here, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my old school Park Zone T28 and fire that up on OpenTX and see how that works. Hey Leo, how you doing? Get you the moderator. Kind of try to make everybody moderators here, stream moderators. But yeah, that's it. Just waiting. I'll know as soon as they're going to ship the Arrows F-15. I'll know as soon as it's going to ship because it'll. Butt plugs. Come on, Marshall. This is a family show. We got dogs, no cats, but we got dogs. But I'll know as soon as that thing ships because Linda will say, "What's $387?" Hey, Empower, how you doing, buddy? I'm still going to make it up there and fly with you guys. I know that's nobody. Hang on. Yeah, we'll let it go. I'm not going to let it go, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to working on the. Oh, geez. I'm looking forward to working on the OpenTX. But man, that thing is confusing as heck. And I'm sitting there with this receiver. It's the same as the FrSky, and I'm like, it's channels 1 through 9, and I'm like, because you know how I'm so used to Spectrum with throttle being 2, ailerons, and then elevator and rudder. I'm thinking like, what channel do I put stuff on? And it's like it doesn't matter. You can put it on anything you want. That's so hard for me to get used to. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it'll ever replace my Spectrums because I'm probably going to get an NX You know, like when the 9 becomes obsolete or breaks or something, I'll go buy there, probably get the NX10 or whatever they have out, because I couldn't see getting something old already like an IX12, you know, since they're already being replaced by NX. But looking forward to flying. Tomorrow's supposed to be perfect, 55 degrees. They say a 2 mile wind, so you know we'll see what that's like out there on the open plain. And it's kind of on a hill where we're at. I mean, as far as hills go, Action Jackson here in Lower Alabama. But the meeting, we're down to 13 members in our club. They're trying to figure out a way to get more members, and it's like some of the crazy ideas. I guess there's a few AM stations in Dothan, Alabama, that you know, like we'll do community actions, and we'll have somebody come in from the community and tell about events and stuff. And they seem to think that's going to work. In the past, they've put a table in the mall. That didn't work, you know, but they're not considering lowering the $275 fees for the year. But I think that's the biggest problem right there, is because, you know, like you see our field in my videos. I mean, it's a beautiful place to fly. Don't get me wrong. The field is rough, but you know, we got plans. They're pricing some sand right now to try to go ahead and kind of level the ground off with sand, and I think that'll work. That'll work well. But I'm getting the F-16 up. It's coming up pretty much in about the same amount of distance that it used to off of pavement, but I don't know. You know, and that's got the worst landing gear on any EDF. Heck, the E-flite Freewing F6 F-15 has better landing gear than that F-16 does, and right now it belly lands. You know, I can take off on the belly faster than I can get off the wheels on the F-16. But and I like that jet. I've got probably, good grief, I probably have 40 bucks or 40 flights on it. What's 275? 275 EP power? Ah. Oh, yours is okay. Yeah, 275. That's what we pay out there. Nothing. We don't even have the porta potties, the tree line, or you know, there's a gas station about 12 minutes away. You know, and heck, as old as I am, it seems like I'm, you know, I got to plan things, but no, it's not bad. But yeah, yep, 275. They like to spend money. I shouldn't say anything because I don't think they'll ever watch this stream. You know, they're good guys, the people that are running it, but you know, I mean, that's all I'll say about that. And they were talking about how they got these ancient two-stroke planes that they're planning to teach new pilots to fly on, and hell, they got two FM. They had the FM antennas out. You know, they were practicing the buddy box last Saturday, but you know, I left before they got the motor running. They were messing with that, and you know, it's like nobody really flew. There was one guy flew a glider, and then another guy, he had one of those little fat wing cord um, nitro planes, or he had a 4-stroke motor on it, some kind of special 3D fun flyer thing. And he was flying that, but the crosswinds were kind of tricky, and you know, like when I was flying, they started dying down when I flew the Hobby King Navy Cub, but they were blowing the strongest when I did the Lancaster, and there were a little less when I flew the Mustang. And I don't know. I talked because I never see them, so I talked more than I flew. I got like about 5 flights in, you know, and then I just I packed it up and came home and you know, tried to, you know, get ready and plan out Sunday's flying, which was fantastic. Uh, but just you know, I hated spending that much money for the Arrows F-15, but I'm a sucker for the F-15. It's not like I was drooling over the Gripen. You know, the Raphael, I like the colors on that, but the other EDFs I was kicking around is the Freewing F-35, because I figure it has pretty decent landing gear. I was kind of worried about, because I have 4,000s and 5,000 batteries. Yes, I know. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, the club at the beach, I stopped there a couple weeks ago and talked to them. and they're hurting for members too. And so I just wanted to go down there and kind of keep stirring that pot. I think they would take me back, no problem. But I was there in the afternoon, and down there the electrics kind of fly in the morning, and the big gassers fly in the afternoon. But it's not mandated or anything like that. Uh, but anyway, on the EDFs, the BA Hawk, that BA Hawk, since Kenny was showing that, man, I was like, because I've always been kind of fond of that. But I kind of know. I mean, I haven't had a lot of EDFs, but my buddies have, and I mean, they fly similarly to each other and stuff. It's kind of like planes, like when you first master flying, you buy every plane on the market that you've ever had your eyes on. You end up with like 40 planes, and you're trading them off, and then you kind of come to the realization that similar designs kind of fly not exactly the same, but pretty close to the same. But because like the Freewing F-16 flies completely different than the Avante. Yeah, the Avante is kind of, and I don't have gyros in either of them, but it just, yeah, the Avante flies. I'd say it flies easier than the Arrows Viper, but it's fun. No, I like it. It's funny because like when I video, those are usually the first flights of the day with the plane, and I just do it that way. I don't know, because it's like after I've flown the planes I'm going to video, then I start flying, I start relaxing, I start getting into the flight, and by that time, I'm forgetting because I got to look up above the plane just a little bit, and I got to look down just a little bit on the landings, and I'll kind of forget that, once I get into the actual flying zone, instead of just warming up with something. Yeah, you do, Jackson. You guys fly in crazy winds too, and it's like I always mention the winds. It's not like I'm trying to say, it's like whoa, I'm flying in crazy winds, but I like knowing that stuff. When I watch people's videos, I like knowing how the wind direction, where the wind's coming from, where how they're going to land and things like that. It just I don't know. It just adds. I think it adds more to it, but I don't know. I'm no expert. It's what I like, and like if I go back and look at a video from like I go back and look at my old videos a lot, hoping to see I see improvement, but not necessarily in the videos, but my flying, and I don't know. It's kind of nice to know the conditions, but yeah, I'll tell you what freaked me out was when the very nice lady that lives down in the house there, the big hangar you first see when I look down, down towards the hill there, because what I'm looking at is they have an American flag that flies down there, and I can tell more what the wind's doing by looking down at that American flag than that stupid thing we got on that windsock we got on the pole there. I tell you what, that thing doesn't blow for nothing unless it's up over 20, and then it'll move. But when she drove up the runway, I was thinking like, my God, what I was thinking was like, I wonder if there's something wrong with her. Maybe there's something wrong and she needs help. So I was kind of panicking, trying to hurry up and get the plane down, and I was just, that was my thought, and she was just driving by to say hi. But yeah, she's great. She's always, she always honks and waves, and occasionally we chat, and if Tuco's running, she slows down because he's such an idiot when it comes to cars and stuff. But I don't know. I mean, and I miss not being with my buddies at the beach because we could always trade planes. It's like heck, if I needed space in the hangar, I could like, give them a plane for a plane, an unnamed plane in the future. Kind of like that baseball trading. For upcoming prospect. But yeah, I know. I bet Ryan's probably dying not being able to get his Arrows F-15 flights in with the weather up there in Ohio. I would almost, think about coming on down, because it's probably pretty nice up there, where you guys are at in Power and Dave Marshall, and it's pretty nice. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Yeah, this seems so funny just sitting here and watching the chat and watching everything run. But oh yeah, my new shirts. I cooked up a few, a couple new designs there, and I need somebody that's good with graphics because my little hammer and chisel graphics there are kind of lame. But that actually looks pretty good on a real shirt. And I bought a dark green one, but I like that. I like the Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Of course, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Jeff likes it. But and then flying RC airplanes is not a crime. It's kind of like from the old skateboard days, you know. It's like if you had a skateboard or if you hung out with friends with skateboards, you know, the police would come up and say, "Hey, long hair, over here, hands against the car, spread your legs." No, but yeah, now it's forget people running across the border and drugs and everything. It's flying RC planes, but I'm not going to talk. I don't want to talk about any of that stuff. You know, because the reason why I don't get excited about what the FAA is going to do is because one, I mean, other than when we get a chance to have input, we can have input. But two, about all you can do is either comply or not comply. And when it boils down to it, and I think most of us fly in AMAs, but shoot, I live out in the country here, and there's roads I can go fly off country roads and stuff like that. And I don't think, you know, I don't know until I think what'll happen is once the feds do something, and then your local governments, states and cities will probably pass some kind of ordinance that has teeth and fines into it. That's the only thing they could really do. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice here. It's supposed to be in the 50s. It's going to be cold early, so I probably won't head out until I'll probably leave the house here. Yeah, I say I'm going to leave at 10, but if it depends if I go out back and it feels nice. Hey, Brian, how you doing, sir? Yeah, that's kind of one reason why I wanted to come on when I did here is because I know there's a lot of people in the UK. Well, not a lot, but there's people in the UK that stopped by, and I appreciate that. Good old Cliff, man. He's got a video up, and I can't wait to see it. But yeah, so that's how I am. That's what I think about the FAA stuff. But yeah, it's 40 40 today. It was cold today. The wind was cold. I had to I had to go. We have student computers. Like right now I have about 280, and this is the third set. I've had two old sets, so whatever that is, 400 some hard drives and boxes in my office, and I had to go put them through a degausser this morning. I'm kind of cleaning up, getting ready for whoever's going to take my place. I don't want to leave a mess like I walked into when I got there. Oh, that's funny too. It's like I was talking to well, I guess it's one of my bosses at work. It's not my rater, but like I work for NCO, so I kind of consider him all my boss. He's like, yeah, we may have to have you stay on after your planned retirement date. And I just laughed. I just laughed at him like my laugh. I just, I said, come the 26th of February or whenever it is I take leave towards the last day of my work. I'm just going to be sitting there in my garage, man. And I was going to be sitting there looking out at the garage and going ba 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 ba. That's my plan, man. It's just like it's not that I hate work. I like everybody at work. I love supporting NCOs. I don't know. I've always loved, when you're an NCO in the Army, I mean, you're kind of, you're always teaching and you're always helping and leading. And I don't lead anymore, but I get to help and, provide guidance. They don't always pay attention to it, which is fine. But and nobody flies, like I've tried getting the guys at work, they're interested in it, but, they're, when they come there, they usually been somewhere where they've been away from their family for a long time. And so like when they get to Fort Rucker, it's all about family. Because there's been some that even had planes and stuff. They just didn't, with trying to do the kids things and everything, they couldn't do it. So I wonder what Kenny's going to have on the bus tonight, what he's going to bust out. Man, that B-25, I've been dying to watch some of Eric's build videos on that. I'll probably have that on when I'm trying to bind up transmitter for the Radio Master. But these things are probably nice, man. I know I've got that little Fly Sky in my sailboat, and man, that thing has got range on it. I've walked it out with a little $30 radio. It does really well and everything. Yeah. Anybody? Oh, you're new. Oh, you bought the 1 point. Yeah, I thought about getting that T28. In fact, I was going to do it because mine is. I've just about worn that thing out, but it still flies great, and I like the paint job that I've done on it. So I was like, and it'd be the P&P if I bought it. And who knows? If something happens to mine, because the beefier front landing gears got me, kind of looking at it, and then I figure with a foresail, heck, I could probably fly it 12, 15 minutes with a foresail, just flying at light. But hey, Brian, how you doing? Doing, guys, doing well. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. Let's get a spammer. Spammer. Yeah, it's speaking of British though. It's like I bought a Opel GT when I was in high school. It looks like a little vet, and I don't know how my parents. I guess I work summers. I saved the money, and I was kind of PO'd at them anyway. So I bought that, and I bought the only repair manuals I could find were written in English, England type of English and stuff. So a spanner and everything, and that was when metrics, the metric system was kind of just first coming in, and there wasn't a lot of metric tools and stuff. It was like, oh my God, yeah. But that was fun. Yeah, I used to buy new planes all the time, trying to be Mr. Independent Reviewer. But let's see, Cobb would have been flying formation FPV. Wow, yeah, huh? Yeah, it's like I fly FPV, but yeah, I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it. It's not like I can't wait to go fly FPV. It's not like that. I mean, I can take it or leave it. Hey, Spike the legs. And I know one thing I need. I need like a hot assistant like Rich has, ever since he had his girlfriend on the videos and stuff, man. It's just like it seems like his viewership is just like skyrocketed. I don't think Linda would go for that, but yeah, I kind of teased her about because I need somebody to film with I've got a beautiful camera, same camera that Dave Marshall has, and I think it's the same one that GB has, and it's just nobody to run it. She's getting better at it, but I mean, when it's cold, she ain't going to the field. I'm telling you that right now. When it's too hot, she ain't gonna go to the field. So I said I'll hire somebody, but and I don't think I could, I could mount a camera on Tuco, but wow, 3 weeks. See, I would go nuts. I mean, I'd throw something up in the front yard. I fly the little UMX planes in the side yard in the front, kind of fly over the neighbors' houses, fly around, and try to land on the driveway, a little 2-car driveway. That's my runway. Usually, I mean, if it's kind of windy, sometimes the wind will carry it into the fender of my hauler, or else into the garage, or something like that. But it's always fun to try to land right there. Hey, Mason, how you doing? You always get to fly, huh? Yeah, I love the way you guys fly with the controller down there, rock and roll style, hanging down at your knees. That's pretty neat, man. It's like, I mean, I don't have to use the strap. I just got used to it because, well, I learned on the Radian was the first actual plane that I flew, and so I always had a strap for tossing it, even though it didn't take much of a toss. And I like it. Sometimes I'll smoke a cigar or something, so I need a hand, or reaching for Tuco, or it just makes it easier. thought about getting an Ultrix, but yeah, I don't know. It flies kind of fast. Hey, Brian, thanks for dropping in, man. Hope you guys get off lockdown over there. You guys are on a pretty strict lockdown there in the UK. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Cliff's videos here. I got it marked on my phone. But yeah, I love flying those little UMX planes. That little yellow T-28 is my favorite in the front yard for trying to land on the like in the driveway, in the center of the driveway, or on the roof. I land on the roof and take off the roof. And, oh, sometimes the wind will catch it and it'll blow it in the backyard, and then I got to go running around the house and try to try to get it. I'll flip safe on and run around the house, the backyard, and just kind of put it in a circle and go back. And so far, I haven't put it in the trees in the back, but it's a matter of time. I've flown the little UMX pits in the front yard, and we got wires across the front of the house, and zoom right through the wires, and then fly it around back and come back and misjudge it, zoom right through the wires again. Huh? Yeah, because the only flights I've really seen on that plane, I watched Guniac, Ray, and Nate fly it, and they fly it like like they just stole it out of the back seat of a car and everything. Yeah, I don't really, I plan on setting this up. I've got another TV, another, I don't know, 40-inch monitor I was going to put in the garage and take my notebook out there and set it up and maybe do something with a plane. But you haven't made in the Green Havoc yet? I love the Skynetic Havoc, man. That little thing's a beast to fly. I love it. Yeah. But it's like when you do stuff on the, if you're doing stuff, demoing, working on something, you can't really pay attention to the chat. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the UMX pits went away, but I don't know. I don't know why. Obviously, if it sold like the UMX timber, it would still be around. That's the only thing I can figure out. But man, I had nothing but good luck with that thing. Man, I've greased just about. It's easy to grease the landings in, and it's a hoot to fly. It's just like the UMX Wacko and the UMX PT-17. It flies okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just good for just putt. I use it for just putting around. Hey George, how you doing, man? Yeah, this is early. If I'm gonna do this for real, I'm gonna have to come on later in the night. I just wanted to do it kind of now because it's before Linda gets home. Even though I've told her that I was planning on doing this. Don't really have anything going on. NX10 shipping? That's just it, man. I love this hobby so much, man. I just get excited about new stuff, but I got to be realistic. I mean, I'm like two planes away from my son's calling up the Hoarder Show and trying to get me on it. I sell the motorcycles though. Then I got room. I got room to build a better. I can build probably a 10 plane hangar in a narrow spot where one of those sit. It's going to look kind of like the parallel bars for the gymnastics apparatus, and put the plane's din nose down. So I should be able to boop, 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 make it about 8 feet, 8 to 10 feet long, and it'll be out. There'll be plenty of room to get around it and everything. It'll be a non-factor. Let's see. It's funny. I can't watch. I've got the video, the live stream up on the left hand corner. I'm looking at an OBS reading the chat, and I can't look at it because it drives me nuts. It makes me, I get tired. I don't like looking at myself. It's funny. It's like I went all through the army, man. It's like I did have to practically court-martial me to get me to take pictures or anything. At work, they wanted official photos. I was the last person to get it, you know. The sergeant major, he's like, "So Jeff, when are you going to get your picture taken? How about calling right now and getting an appointment?" You know, so it's funny. All right, Brian, we'll see you. Oh yeah, Jackson, that's the whole idea, man. And I tell you what, man, since Dynam's come out with the landing gear, I mean, I've that Hawker Hurricane of mine, I've had absolutely zero problems with the landing gear. You know, well, I guess I had problems with one landing gear after I slammed this into the ground because I was flying at tail heavy. But yeah, if you're into buying all the, if you got to have the latest and greatest EDF, man, I tell you what, man, your wallet has been exasperated from all the planes that are coming out. Because I mean, it's just like, I might after I get the F-15, I think that'll probably be it for a long while on EDFs. And it's like Michael C Mafia, he's got to send me that email. He's got a plane I would like to buy, and I think I can get it from him. It's just that he said he sent an email, but I didn't see it. And hopefully tonight we'll talk about it in the stream, and if not tomorrow night in the Zoom. Oh man, it's like last Friday. I was gone. I went to bed. Some nights I don't sleep all that well, so yeah, get out of work, quit working, and try to get some of this weight off. Yeah, it's funny. It's because like I don't want to talk about it, but I don't know if you know about steroids and stuff like that. If you're taking that, you have a tendency to start putting weight on, and yeah, it's just like. And then I was just like told the doctor I don't want any more medicine. I quit taking medicine for my this, my that. I don't take any medicine. The only medicine I take is maybe a little scotch and bourbon every once in a while and some beer, but not a lot. But it's good. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was thinking. I didn't know if this Thursday was going to be a release or not, and I put this up plenty early. It's not like I said, man. I mean, my little channel. I've never. This is since what, a little before Christmas or maybe Christmas or so, I started asking for people to sub because I didn't really care if people subbed or not. And it's like, I mean, I mean, this is small channel talk, and I appreciate everybody that watches, and I love everybody that subs and everything. I really appreciate it, and I mean, it just blows me away is what it does. But I mean, a little channel. I mean, I've got almost 400,000 views, which isn't a lot for some of these big guys, but it shocks me. I'm shocked, and then shoot, I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours. I got like 930 some, I think it is. I don't know. The last time I looked. So I don't know. I don't know, Empower. Hey, we'll see you at TNC. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, because I was going to do an ARF when I retired, and then I was going to get a kit and build a kit and try to, I've been watching Cliff Harvey, and my buddy is Rick, buddy Rick. If you're watching this down in Georgia, there, buddy, I'm going to try to make it and see you once I get retired, and we'll fly again. And he is an expert builder. I mean, my God, he built a J3 Cub from nothing. He did the plans. He did everything. It is fantastic looking plane. My God, he would do plane carvings and stuff, and he's just amazing. And he's the one that helped me when I was down at the beach flying my Radian. And I decided I wanted to fly planes, so my plane that I bought to fly was the Dynam C-47. and I was down at the beach flying it, and I had it all set up wrong. I mean, stuff was way off. The motor, one motor was going in reverse, one was going forward the first time. So I get out there, I put the batteries in it, and I figured, well, I'm going to taxi around, and I hit the throttle and start spinning circles. And so he gets up and he comes over and he goes, "Do you mind if I help you?" And because I'd seen him at the park there, and we never really talked a whole lot because I'm just not all that outgoing. But yeah, he just helped me set it up, and he goes, "I have a recommendation for you. Why don't you put this plane away? It's a real nice plane, and why don't you get, the Super Cub, 3-channel Super Cub, get you one of those and learn to fly on that." And I listened to him, and we've been good friends ever since. But yeah, and he's just like, like if I had like the BF 109 where it's all out of whack, and I try to fly it anyway. Man, he used to jump on me. You need to trim it out and bring it down and do the mechanical settings. And he kind of taught me how to repair because I had a few balsa planes that I whacked in, and he repaired them or we repaired them together and stuff, and so it's good. Hey Nate, you guys getting ready to do some big flying this weekend? What's your next EDF, Nate? Other than waiting on the Raphael, whatever comes out next. I think that's great, man. You guys flying out there. You guys flying some wins out there too. That's a fact, man. The EDFs, they don't really care. Of course, like my buddy always said, man, he used to say, because I used to not fly if the winds were like 8, I'd just go over and talk to him. He goes, "Yeah, how come you're not flying? Planes don't care if it's windy." That was his favorite saying, man. And then it was funny. It's like, probably, what was it, 3 years ago, we were flying together, and I talked to him, and he goes, "Yeah, it's too windy today." I goes, "What? Bruce, you're the one that used to say the planes don't care." He goes, "Yeah, that was then. This is now. It's too windy." Yay, Spectralex. Yeah, this is the Wings of Pegasus, man. It's a guy in England, a guitar player, Phil Henley. I don't know. I started following him way back when he was puny, and now he's almost to 200K. He seems like a pretty nice guy, or one of them English guys. F4, yeah, I forget who has the F4. Was it Dave that bought the F4? That looks like a nice. Oh, eight's nice. Eight's good, especially if you get it down the runway. Yeah, there's so many EDFs I like, man. I mean, if I were just to go buy EDFs, the F-35, the F-22. I love the F-22 and the F-35. Those, because I see those like when we go down to the air shows there at Tyndall, before Michael wiped them out. But get to see those. Those are cool as heck. Man, that MiG 21. I've seen that thing fly at the air show at the Blue Angels homecoming. My God, man, that thing is so sleek and it was so, I think, ahead of its time. That was just a fast plane. Yeah, because the announcer, it's like, he could pop the sound barrier in a snap if he wanted to, and something that old. And it's not all that big looking too when you see these in person. Yeah, that's just it. And I don't know what I mean. I was kind of surprised Ray was getting rid of the Griffin, but I guess it doesn't do. That's what I was talking about earlier. It's just like, certain EDFs and everything, they fly similarly to each other and stuff. I mean, I'm not about having long flight times or anything. How long has this thing been going on? Yeah. Ah, nice, Don. Do you use the same name? You must have a different channel. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like when I first watched this video, because I'll watch guitar stuff, it popped up, and I thought, oh, great, another analysis video, or you know, but then he starts talking music theory and everything, and I noodle on a guitar. I'm not any good. I mean, when I say I'm not any good, I'm not any good. It's like, I mean, heck, I was fiddling around with a Rolling Stones song, and I kind of got it. And Linda I was sitting there noodling around with it, and Linda goes, "Yeah, that's a Rolling Stones song, isn't it?" And it's like I felt like I went out to the crossroads and sold my soul to the devil in order to be able to play it and stuff. So, but yeah, huh. Yeah. See, that's just it, man. When I pick an EDF, it's got to work off grass. Of course, I could go to the beach, but if I go to the beach, the biggest thing about going to the beach, other than it's maybe 20 minutes more driving, I can't take Tuco. And to me, it's like, I mean, if you can't take your dog with you, I mean, it's to me, I think it's unfair to him. It's not like he's tortured. We have a nice big fenced-in backyard, and he gets to go in and out when he wants and everything. But he's part of the family. Yeah, that's just it. I mean, I got the Durango, and I mean, when both back seats are down, I could haul anything in there, to be honest with you. But because the double back seat is where Tuco likes to sit. So like the big Flex 170, I can get that in there with just the skinny seat down, but I can't really put much of anything else in there. I like taking. I used to take a lot more planes to the field. Hey MSJ, how you doing, sir? Thanks for dropping by. We're about ready to wrap this up. I'm out of scotch and the beer's getting there, and I think Tuco is out back. The movie Christmas Story, the Bumpkus's dogs. Well, we got the Bumpkus's live next to us. They got like three hound dogs, and they're hounding all the time out there. They just leave them in the backyard. They don't really, they don't let them go inside. And I feel sorry for the dogs. They seem like great dogs. Cliff, how you doing? I was just talking about you earlier. There he is, Cliff Harvey, RC Planes. You guys ought to check him out, man. He does some pretty cool stuff. He put a pole up in his backyard, and then take a plane like doing a control line, but he's flying at RC. He attaches it to the pole and he'll fly it around in his backyard. It is pretty amazing. He does a lot of free flight stuff. That's great. And him and his mates, they get together at their flying club and do a lot of soaring and stuff. It is pretty cool. It's amazing, I think. I would love to be able to soar. I mean, flying gliders and catching thermals. I mean, that's next to stall planes. That's what gets me excited is, taking a glider out and catching a thermal. No, Cliff, this is just impromptu. I think I'm going to go Thursdays. I don't know, maybe later. I hate not having anything. It's just like, I could go get the Lancaster and bring it in here and show you where I cut a hole in the nose and stuck two Great Plains weight squares into it. But, you know, yeah, Cliff, it's kind of late there. It's what? It's like almost 11 o'clock your time. The F-86, yeah, my buddy had that. I mean, he had a couple of them. Bruce was notorious for crashing EDFs. Oh my God! And I would always video his flights because, I mean, I swear you had a 50-50 chance he was going to crash, but not that. Just because he was a good flyer. Don't get me wrong, he's a good flyer, but I mean, he's just like coming for a landing, clip a tree, and it would like his free wing F-14. That was the saddest crash I ever saw. Coming in perfect. and it just barely clipped one of those little scrappy 8-foot trees. But the trees at the beach, the branches are like iron. They're like wrought iron because of the winds and stuff. And caught it and just went smack right into the ground. And I swear it just turned into instant confetti. Kenny, how you doing? Got a warm up here. I like my shirt. I like my shirt a lot, you know. It, I signed up for some online graphics place where you can remove backgrounds, and that's what you can see like on my entry screen. In fact, let me, and so I can, but, and I was going to do shirts of graphics, but I'm going to have to take some pretty high, you know, maybe some 4K pictures, 2K pictures, and then take them up to the software and remove the background and then save them, you know, in order to get pictures on the shirts. But I'm happy with that. That sums it up perfect, you know. I mean, I'm tired of being criminalized. But you know, so far the park has been pretty cool about it. I've talked to a few people that work there. They don't have any problem. JCB, sir, how are you? Tuco. Right now, I tell you what Tuco is concerned with. I got a bag of peanuts here, you know, that I can lure him with. But right now, he gets fed at 5 o'clock, and that's 12 minutes. And he's concerned about that. He's outside right now. Yep, it's a little bit of a warm-up show. I might do a Thursdays. I mean, I wish I could have somebody that I could, you know, like every other Thursday or maybe or something. You know, I can get planes and come up with something, and then with the once I get more into the Radio Master, I mean, I was trying to bind to one of my Orange DSMX receivers, and I didn't get it done. But I realized, well, because you know, of course, I'm the guy, right? I'm the guy. So I don't read the instructions. I don't listen to the videos. I just sit there at the radio and try to figure it out. But now I've been reading and watching videos, so it should work out. Ah, Southwest, huh? That's nice, Cliff. I love where you guys go fly the gliders. Soap. Have you ever watched Jeff Nichols Cliff, his videos where that club he belonged to, where they do the soaring out over that valley? That is pretty neat. But I think he lives closer. I don't know where he lives there, but I know he gets to see a lot of Spitfires from wherever they have that historical field at. They fly over his house and over his field, and he gets quite a few, you know, random opportunities to shoot a Spitfire as they fly over, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Jeff's kind of gone over to the dirt side. Gilbert, how are you doing, sir? And I just want to say I appreciate everybody, you know, commenting on the videos and stuff. I love that. I always like leaving a comment. You know, if I watch somebody's video, I'm going to give a comment and a thumbs up. Wow, that's nice, Cliff. Yeah, I love it when you guys are out there and you're towing the gliders up. Yeah, Jeff is away. Yeah, yeah. I love the little kids when they're out there with him and stuff. Yes, RC video reviews. Yes, I'm watching his videos. He goes too fast. That's all I got to say about that. But no, it would help if you would start with the first video instead of jumping right into, you know, like mixes and command stuff. You know, I mean, I kind of learning that. Kenny, I watch your videos, man. I try to watch everybody's videos. It's like anybody that subscribes to my channel, I sub back and I try to watch everybody's videos, and it's hard, but it's fun. I enjoy it. Oh yeah, it's like my God, some of those gliders are like 3 meter gliders. Hang on, man, I gotta kill this. Why we have a landline, I don't know. I don't understand it. Linda's paranoid about, like when a storm comes or something like that and the cell towers go out. Roland, how you doing, sir? But I love any kind of flying, and like I said, gliders, it's a passion that I'll always have. It's like that an ASS 28. I mean, I would like to have that, but I've got some nice gliders that do well. I've got a discus launch glider that is fun, but I don't know. With my back, it's kind of tough for me to toss it. I'm probably going to have to get rid of it. And I don't know. I get kind of sad about that because I've always wanted one, and it flies great. I haven't caught a thermal with it yet. I've come close, but uh, most of the time I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time doing it. But yeah, I just really enjoy the idea of no no motor, no nothing. Furbo, how you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, man. It's just like it's it's going to be great, and I'm going to have to. I'm going to next week. My goal at work is to plan on taking more leave. Yeah, it's just like, oh my God, it's like, well, when we first moved here, we got somebody's number that I guess had every skip tracer and people looking for her and stuff. Oh, my catapult launch. I love that. I'm going to work on mine and get it so that it's not putting out 3,000 pounds of force. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing, putting a peg on my DLG and launching it. I would love to come up with a high start. I've kind of researched into it a little bit, and kind of figure something out about that. Yeah, it's like I keep getting calls on my cell phone for um, a car that we sold. I don't know, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Trying to sell your warranty is expired. I was like, nope. Yeah, but let's see what everybody's up. Oh, selling. Yeah, I I didn't. I was kind of skeptic about RC sailing until I got the boat, and man, I tell you what, I don't know. I like it because if you're into sailing, it's like I've had some, I had a Nacra, catamaran and stuff where you can adjust. I mean, you can make adjustments on that till, for 5 hours adjusting stuff and lasers and sunfish and force fives and a hunter. And I tell you, RC sailing is fun. It's relaxing. And you're always adjusting stuff to try to catch the wind, the sail and stuff, getting everything perfect. When it's perfect, man, the boat's going fast. You can let go of the rudder. You got your sails adjusted right. It's just tracking right on whatever tack you want. Huh. Carl Shorter Colliders. Yeah, there's a guy over there in UK that does it, and he set one up, and man, it just looks great. It's like I've asked about the the guys at the club if anybody's into high start and stuff. Yeah, thanks, Cliff. I'll have to check that out. I mean, it's just like Because I tell you what, man, if you guys haven't bungee launched something, to me that's amazing how well that works. Like when I bungee launched the F-16, and when it gets up there at the top and it just releases and just takes off, I mean, that is cool. That is really cool. I enjoy doing that. The only reason why I don't bungee launch the F-16 now is where I got the peg. I haven't glued it up yet, and I got to take a gift card. I like using like a credit card, but those gift cards that you get, I like using those to reinforce stuff. Yeah, so you got to have a place where you can sail an RC sailboat because you have the keel, and the keel, you look at this because your water line's about right there. So, you're looking at probably 16 to 18 inches under the water, and the keel is sharp, so I mean, it's like, and it'll snag into anything. And once you get it snagged out there, it's like I have a fishing pole, and I can, and what I can do is I've got a bunch of junk tied onto it, and I throw it at it and snag it. But when you snag it's going to cause some damage. Or you could rig another boat up. Michael. Be nice, Michael. I took off. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. There you go. There you go, buddy. You like peanuts, yeah. You're not here to see me. Oh, your tummy's growling. You're ready for dinner, aren't you? 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to go. Yeah, the bag of peanuts is right there. Another one. Let's give you two. That's it. Two halves. Want a peanut? There you go, buddy. You go get ready for dinner. Yeah, I'm wearing the same pants that I usually wear when I fly today. And so like when I was getting ready to go to work, Tuco thought we were going to go flying. He was all excited. I felt bad. I felt bad. Yeah. All right, buddy, you better go bake for dinner. We'll see you. Yep. Good boy. Good boy. But well, I think what we're going to do is we're getting ready to, yeah. Well, the lake the little pond that I sail on there, it's like when I'm on the dock, way off to the left down there, it gets shallow out there. And but where I sail, it's pretty good, and it's pretty deep right up to the bank. Because I've had two times where I've had to go get it. One time I sailed my battery. It's the radio, the Far Sky radio shows the transmitter battery, and the battery level was at half. And I mean, I'd probably been using that battery in the boat for 4 months. It was at half when I started, and it's just like all of a sudden, it's like I brought it in and I put it back out, and I was thinking like, oh my God, I think that battery might be getting low. So and I think, well, I better bring it in. As soon as I said bring it in, man, it started doing circles. The battery had quit, and it kind of goes into a fail safe where it circles. Luckily, it was windy, and the circles just kept going closer and closer to the shore, and I was able to get it. I barely got wet getting it, like maybe the top of my foot, because I've got my fishing pole, and I looped the line around the mast and was able to pull it into where I could grab it. A recovery boat tub. Yeah, I was thinking of getting like an RC boat, and rigging up a snag for it. I still might do that. I'd like to get a bigger boat, but I can't get a bigger boat unless I get rid of that boat. And this boat's fine, but a 1 meter would sail a little quicker and stuff. See, that's just it. Sailors it's all about speed and fast, just like jets and RCs. But this is the perfect size for putting in the car. Yeah, teach Tuco to get it. I kind of, like when some days I have him loose, and then, I'll land the plane and I'll say, let's go get the plane, Tuco, and he'll run and sniff the plane. But, you know, Yeah, I don't think I'd want him grabbing it and stuff. But well, guys, I got 11 here. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I gained so much weight when I retired. I mean, when I retired from the military, because it was tough, man. It's like I had my paperwork in and they approved my retirement date, and it was like, oh, 4 months, 5 months later after that I got it approved. We were on vacation at Myrtle Beach. I was out sitting on the pier fishing on the pier, and I got a phone call from a guy at work. It's like, hey Jeff, they just got orders in that your retirement has been rescinded, and I went ballistic. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's like, and I was broke. I mean, my back. I mean, yeah, I couldn't do anything that a leader needs to do in the army. I was done. And it's just that it was a mess. But yeah, I used to, like windsurf and everything, and I enjoyed that a lot. That's fun, man. You get going so damn fast, and we built a sail car, a sailing car. That is fun. If you got a place where you can do that. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up because give you guys a chance to eat dinner and everything. Cliff, thank you so much for stopping by, sir. I can't wait to watch the rest of your videos. I saw you had an air scoop video up. I didn't have a chance to watch it at work or put it on at work while I'm doing stuff. It wouldn't have been fair to your video not to I could work, but I want to thank everybody for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, and it's just amazing, and it's funny. It's like no matter where in the world you are, I mean, it's just like we all share the same passion of having fun with RC airplanes. So I really appreciate it, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. And thank you all for stopping in and taking a look. And this is Jeff in Lower Alabama. Tuco wants his dinner now. He's pretty anxious to eat. So we appreciate it. And thank you for coming by. And